All right, guys, here we're going to talk about the Santa Clarita Diet Season 3, Episode 4. And I just got to say, strongest episode of the season so far for me.
Oh.
I thought this had more quips per second. It had a lot of like nice touching things. We brought back some previous characters we'd had in the past. I thought just overall, this had a great thing from like open to like, the ending button. I thought this was a great episode.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. It has Ramona, and that's all I want.
Yes, Ramona. I've missed Ramona.
I love Ramona.
She's a character that is fun. Her monotone way of attacking a speech is beautiful.
No, that's I have like a thing for that, and I didn't know that until Aubrey Plaza and now Ramona. I apparently love that. I'm like, that's great.
People that talk in very carefully chosen words in short bursts. Wonderful.
Something about it. Well, like the monotone with the juxtaposition of how, right, they even do that dumb thing where she's like, cough, wink, Eric, and then walks away and all that stuff. And I'm
like meow, kitty, eggplant, or whatever the fuck she says.
Those were awful, but in like the very Eric and like Ramona type of way.
It was when he responded with like bark, bark, wagging tail or something. I was like, you got it?
Yep, that's that thing.
Yeah. And how they just, so we're talking about this now.
Where shall we, okay, the relationship, we'll go there.
So like, Eric is approaching this very much as a kid who's like, yep, I had sex once, and I certainly want it again. Let me not blow her off immediately because, the girl he actually wants to be with is not really feeling it at the moment. Whether she's, internally is or not, she's not expressing it.
It's a tough situation to be in.
I think by the end of the episode, we get some clarification on that. And Ramona does get like really... It was really big of her, actually, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
That she can see, like, oh, I don't care about him the way you do, blah, 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 this and that and that.
Huge.
And, like, that does, I think, click in her. She's like, you know what, I think I do.
She's like, oh, no. I was willing to fight this zombie to the death.
Yeah, and that's huge.
For Eric. Oh, no. That's something.
I like that. That is
huge.
something.
I like it a lot.
That's great.
Yes.
She gets Mr. Ball Legs back.
Huh.
That's cool.
It was a good way to bring her back. That was always dangling out there. They even said, and she'll come down from Seattle again. I'm like, that's so dumb. But yeah, the way they used her here was great.
Yeah, I think it worked well.
I love everything about it. But
I do think it's crazy that Mr. Ball Legs attacks and kills somebody.
Yeah. Well, she says, I didn't know you could do that. And it's really dumb. They like dub in lines. He's like, what is this? Get it off me. What's it doing? Or some dumb thing. And I'm like, oh, no, Carl Winslow, what are you doing? I think because there's going to be a fun surprise as to how it does what it does and things. I think there's going to be something else there. And to an untrained idiot, that could look like an exotic spider type thing. Like, it's not so crazy. The pet thing.
Because think about how many animals you've never seen, don't know about. And if you saw it, you'd be like, what is that? You'd be like, cool, like into,
it's like
or freaked out by.
It's a Jamaican spider crab or something dumb like that. Before we move on, because I'm going to forget, that line you mentioned of Eric having sex once, where she was like, you got to talk to Ramona, you have to get rid of this. And he's like, yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking about maybe being someone that's had sex more than once, but you're right. No, I'm not going to do that. Or the way he delivered that line, I was just like, okay, like we're off to something good here. And I actually thought that he was gonna come back and be like, okay, it did, she like didn't accept my my thing. We had sex, and that's all in this like dumb thing. And then Abby was gonna get jealous or something like that. But they took it a different direction, which was even better,
nice.
I think. Yeah.
Where did it actually open? Where did we start this episode at?
Well, it's just talking. She's out of food, and we have a little. The first laugh of the episode was
like Nazi Whole Foods.
Yeah, it's not like Whole Foods sells Nazis, and she's like, can you imagine how much they would cost or whatever? I was like, that's amazing. That's it.
But like
we got
from that jump there, you had so many little quippy lines, and then more characters came in, and they kept doing it.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, because we haven't had that in a little while. We haven't had that true like good-natured Joel humor in a minute. Like, not that they haven't been delivering jokes, but they have not been up to the quality we saw in like season 1 and 2. Right. And I thought this episode was a rise back to quality. And I was very excited by that. I was like, all right, let's go. Come on, man.
I didn't notice as huge of a difference minute to minute, but overall, I like this episode definitely.
Yeah, it had a great tone that just never dropped for me. It was consistent from the jump.
Yeah, like they pack a lot in, but sometimes they don't. So
that's the problem.
We're packing a lot in here. Yeah, exactly. They are going off to do their realty thing. Yeah. Gary the head, who's not in this episode anymore. Gonna show up less and less, I feel
Somehow designed their logo.
Yep, did a whole thing. Now they have a business.
Granted, he could have gone on Fiverr and typed some stuff up, but who's to say?
We are assuming he's outsourcing some of this stuff, or he's just dragging Naturally Speaking at all somehow to do graphic design.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I'd love to see a bit on that, but or like with the eyes, whatever that eye movement thing.
Oh, eye tracking. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's a 14-hour behind the scenes of him making one of the letters. That's perfect.
I'd be into it.
So like they're off doing that. A couple shows up that wants to see the house. Quips, witty stuff. Then someone shows up. How soon did it take you to realize that she was one of Anne's church people?
Instantly.
Instantly? Okay, same for me. I was like, that's one of Anne's church, and then luckily they don't string you along too long.
she is, and we're like, okay.
And like, are you this person? And she's like, yes. And she goes,
yeah.
Did you think that she was going to try to like stab her or like prove that she has powers or whatever?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. I don't think anyone other than the cop will
Anne
ever
would be bold
try
enough to
like
do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I did. I was like, all right, you're gonna say you have a problem. She's gonna solve the problem, thus proving that you are a messiah, and issues are gonna happen.
Yep.
All up to and including when she drops off the cat and like the Rolex, and I'm like, you're right there. She can see you. You're in front of her house. You're right there.
It's funny you mention this because I've gotten the mail before, and if there's a package that I expected to be there, I'm looking up and down the street. What's going on out there? Because that's just how it is. I'm not just going to walk out and be like, well, I'm just going to do this and then go back, right? Like, that isn't how it works.
Yeah.
If you suddenly saw something, your first reaction would be like, what's going on? You start looking around.
Yeah.
And she's right there. And that's not the worst thing in the world,
The seat's not even reclined. She's like just hiding in the natural position with like a tiny bit of a seatbelt just like right here. Like, okay.
That's how you do it.
That would be caught. And it's not like, who else would she think that was, even if you weren't visibly in the shot?
Yes, even your silhouette of like her hair or something, it'd be like, oh, it's Sheila. Sheila? I think her name is Sheila. Sheila. It's her.
What even if my cat came back after I just told my prophet that I had a problem?
Exactly.
Yeah, probably her.
So do you think that, so like, Anne, by the way, left. What's her name came in and said, Anne left me. So she's off doing something. We may never see her again. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I think we will at the end of the season. I think you're going to see a string of churchgoers that need problem solved coming up.
So that seems like the new thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens. She kills this chick's husband, who's this horrible person.
Yes.
That whole thing was pretty funny as well.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. I'm the victim here. I know. The whole dumb thing. Ooh.
I'm just going to go ahead and close this door before other people get here because I'm cold, because I'm a woman.
Yeah. All those dumb, it was
funny
great
tropes
things.
And bullshit.
Wonderful.
And how it kept tying back into him butting in or relating to what's actually going to happen to him. That was good, quippy stuff.
I really enjoy writing where different characters don't know, right? Because often characters seem to know something they shouldn't know. But here, he thinks they're just having a lover's quarrel and this is a dumb thing. I told you, no women allowed. Why would you do this? Get that dame out of here. Yeah. And Joel's like, listen, it's not. And she's earnestly being like, is that what you think of me? Like a normal, right?
Yeah.
We have a nice. It's great.
It was good across the board here.
Yeah.
We got that shoe business, which I'm like, oh, that was kind of smart. And then it turned out to be like not that kind of shoe print at all.
When he put the shoes up on the desk,
I
was like, why are you ruining it so hard? Because you're you, and that's what you do.
Yeah. No,
you ruin everything.
He is a great putz. I don't know what you'd call him.
Something, right?
Yeah, where he just like
a schlemazel.
He's just trying so hard all the time, and he's pulling it off for me because I believe what he's doing, and I do cringe a little. Where I'm like, which wouldn't happen if you're doing it wrong. I would just be like, oh, come on, you're doing this. Like, right. I go like,
you would cringe at something else. You'd cringe at like the writing.
I might cringe at the writing or how a line got dropped. But for him, I'm like, nope, it's acting. I like your acting. Your acting is making me cringe.
His stupid, and then he keeps saying C4 instead of 4C or something like that.
And those ones are hard too to slip in and feel natural. But I thought his did.
And yeah, because there's one where he like he does one. He's like, okay, that was dumb. And then he starts talking too much again.
I didn't see again. I didn't foresee you.
Yeah. When he does it the second time, he kind of breaks and goes, and he starts freaking out. It's like so good.
Yes. Not since like Bruce Campbell have I seen drops like that.
For a minute, I thought he was almost going to indirectly like help himself.
I thought he was, his dad was going to be implicated because his dad went missing, right? He didn't.
Yes, and I thought, the FBI, agent was going to be like, I know this is hard for you with your dad being missing and all, blah, 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 your stepdad, whatever, this is a problem. So she was going to be like, okay, you're freaking out, because I brought him up, and he just said because I brought him up. But the way the scene ends, it feels strongly like,
you're guilty.
No. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. Not quite what I expected to happen there, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. But they could potentially still spin blame onto the dad, or the dad sold the blah blah to somebody or something. We'll see.
I think it
might even end up with his mom in jail. Who's to say?
That's why.
And then she likes it there.
That's why Anne comes back. Oh, she goes to like lesbian jail. Oh, that's great. I need a support group for first-time lesbians. She says that in this episode.
How aggressive his mother is, I think that like she would just assume everyone there was lesbian and like be taking people hostage.
She would run the show. It'd be fabulous. It'd be Orange is the New Blacking.
Yeah.
All over the place.
And then you'll have Eric will move in with them, and it will get them closer together, and then
sleeping on bunk beds.
They'll walk in, doing it.
Doing it.
Doing it.
Doing it. Even all the dialogue leading up to that interrogation when she presents the shoes and all that stuff, I thought was really strong. Where he's like, I don't want this to be a one-sided friendship, and they have the whole moment.
Yeah,
and
no,
all
it felt real.
And that leads so nicely into the Ramona dumb thing at the end. We're just praising that, this show like too hard.
This particular episode, I'm telling you, it's not the show on the whole. It is this particular episode was everything led up to and just like went, got it.
Yeah.
I can admit when someone's good, and when someone's bad, I'm the first person to shit on something they're doing.
I can admit when something's good. Do you have any problems or issues or anything else with the episode?
Nothing that jumps out at me at the moment. I'm sure when something ends, I'll be like, oh, that was a problem. Okay. But no, I thought it was just well-rounded and good. I like the ending button.
I was going to say, we get to the ending. We get two little buttons, actually.
The one I'm thinking of is I'm going to call him Randy, because that's the name I know him from. My name is Earl.
Tommy?
But Tommy, is that it? He only plays that kind of name. Standard American.
All of his names end with Y's.
So Tommy found their realty site, and he has his own kill room ready, and they're going to come visit him.
The way that shot was constructed was amazing. No, yeah, totally. Tomorrow's great. As it's like pulling out to reveal the kill room and all that stuff. Oh, it's such a wonderful. It was great.
I love his delivery. I love his facial expressions. I've been a big fan of him for like a decade, and I'm so happy that he is in the final season of this show.
Yeah, the density of him, and we've already proven who he is with the other failed thing or whatever. So so good.
I also love seeing him in shape. I said it before, but it's because that dude was 400 something pounds.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
he looked so good.
So you're like, hey, I'm pulling for you, dude. You got this.
Well, because he's still getting good jobs. He's sometimes when you change your look dramatically, it's harder to get jobs. And because he played just the big lumbering guy in a lot of things.
Right.
And now he's arguably in shape. Not good.
Is he the Schooner guy?
Yes.
I know that guy.
No, it's a schooner. A schooner is a sailboat.
He was bigger. Shut up.
Yeah, at his biggest, he was very big.
He was very big, yeah. That's good. The other mini button, the other little button next to the bigger button, right? Was,
the cufflink.
Well, yeah. Was Joel, presents the thawed-out Mr. Ball legs to Sheila.
Yes, and after we now know what Mr. Boies is capable of, I wonder what kind of craziness he'll get into.
Point. Yeah, exactly.
I picture nothing super bad. I picture it'll be a thing where they will be in trouble and Mr. Boies was going to kill somebody.
We'll save the day for them. Yeah. Maybe Tommy.
Maybe Tommy.
We'll see, because he doesn't know
I don't know if they'll bring him out of the house, though, because they're going to get killed at Tommy, in quotes. So
they'll go over there and do it.
I don't know if they'll bring Mr. Balllegs. Maybe he stows away in the purse. Mr. Balllegs, all right, stay in there till after blah, blah.
I'll get you some earlobes in a minute. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I like that. Also, it was so dumb, but again, it works so well. The whole oh no, he's covered in eyes, but he keeps them closed except at night. And Joel's come on, this awesome no, what, full of eyes? Come on, it's just this perfectly oh, and that's what leads so nicely into the whole is my life disgusting? Is my eating people and having a Mr. Ball disgusting? Which is such a great dumb fight to have about something so extreme and bad.
And his answer to that was giving her Mr. Balllegs. So it's ironic.
You know what, honey? I've thought about it. Ta-da!
I've thawed about it. Zing! Got him.
Got him.
All right, so I think that's everything that happened in this episode. All right, guys, that's this episode of Santa Clarita Diet. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we will see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.